Hello, I'm Chukadin Eze Ogwine, and I am the class rep for the Data Analysis for Social Sciences class in Nigeria. So, one exciting thing about this course is that you are going to be getting your hands on the R programming language for your data analysis. And to be able to work with this tool, you will need to install it and you will need to, learn it, right? Yeah. So if you log into the course, there is an introduction to R page which provides you with an intro to R course which you would need to study through, and also provides you with a video to get you into the basics of R. Sometimes installing R and getting to use the open source software Swirl on your R or RStudio can be daunting, right? So you could come up with some errors while you're trying to load the intro to R course. So what I'll simply do is just to guide you on how to load this course on your R or RStudio. So the first thing you want to do is to install R, right? So you simply click this link here. So step one, you install R. So here we provide you with the instructions to install R, right? So here is a video that will take you through the step-by-step process to install R, while here is the sites that you should go to install R. So here it says to download R, please choose your preferred crown mirror, right? So I'll simply click here and I'll choose the mirror that is, so I'll choose the location that is closest to me, right? Cool. So what I'll simply do, let me just go back here. So what I'll simply do is to look, so I'll go for UK. Yeah, so I'll go for UK. I'll click this. Yeah, so I'm going to be downloading R for Windows because this is actually a Windows system. So if you have maybe a Linux OS, or if you are using a Mac OS, you click either of these two. But I'll be clicking download R for Windows. Alright. So now I'll be clicking this because I'm installing R for the first time. Okay. So once I'm done, so this is actually the latest version for R at the moment. So I'll be clicking download R 4.0.2 for Windows. And yeah, so as you can see, it's downloading. So I'll simply wait for it to download. Alright, so I'm done with downloading R. So I'll simply click this and it opens. Alright, so I'll click on run and I wait for it to load. So I give the necessary permissions. So I select English, right? Because that's my first language. So select English. And I read through the user agreements and license. And I click next. Yeah, so I select the file path, right? So yeah, this is fine for me. You can change the file path if you want. Alright, so 64 bits, 32 bits, depending on your system requirements, right? So if you are using a 32 bits laptop, you can just decide to unselect this and leave this, but this is fine for me. So I'll accept the default settings. I don't really see it necessary to begin to customize your startup, but maybe if you want to do some. Yeah, so this is fine. This is fine. All right, so it's cool. All right, so you create a desktop shortcut. You click next, so it extracts the files and we wait. So while waiting, let me just shift this one side. So we are now going to we need to download RStudio, right? Because RStudio makes learning R easier, as you can see here. So it kind of allows you to, see your console and see your graphs and all in a single window. So it's more like a more elegant IDE for playing around with R. So we will need to download RStudio too. So that's basically it. So let me see if this is, so you click on finish and then you go to your desktop. Alright, so here it is, R 4.02. So I'll simply double click on it and voila, I have my R console and I can begin to experiment with it. So as you can see, it's working just fine. And yeah, so everything is just going smoothly. I can decide to just play around and do whatever I want, and I see that everything loads. So yeah, okay, so yeah, so that's it about installing R. So let's go to installing RStudio. So I'll go back to this. All right, so to install RStudio for Windows, you simply go to the site, which I'll do, and still a very easy process, right? So once the site loads, you click on download, and then you choose your version, right? So you want to download the free one. So you click on the free. You can. So now this is RStudio for Windows. So you just click on it to download it, right? And voila, it's downloading. So we just wait for it to download. Alright, so once we are done with the download, just click here and it opens up. So here we give the necessary permissions. So alright, so I already have an older version of RStudio running. So I'll have to close it first. Alright, so I think I'll just try again. So let me just try to run what I just downloaded again. Click on next. Here the 5 part, this is okay. Click on next. Click on install. And I now wait for it to extract. Alright. Click on finish. And we look for, so I think I'll just search for it here. Alright, so yeah, so this is the latest version, the one I just installed. So I just click on it. our RStudio has opened. So yeah, we can just click yes to send crash reports to RStudio whenever it occurs. Alright, so this is our RStudio, right? And as you can see, this is the workspace. So this is the console where you can just write quick codes. So this is where you can see your help. So even if I want to search for something, if I want to understand the um let me say the D norm statement. Yeah, so this is it, right? So also this also for visualization, and yeah, so this is the global environment, right? So if you want to see your maybe variables that you declare, this is where you see them. Yeah, so this is the RStudio and everything is working just fine. So if I want to, so this is maybe when you want to just write a script and save it before running it. So yeah, that's basically it for installing RStudio and R. So let me just show you what I was talking about variables. So I can do something like voom. I can assign something like voom to let me say voom is 4, and I can save this, right? So I can just save it as voom, and if I run this, so it's that I have voom as 4 here. So that's basically it. Alright, now let's see how to load Swirl into our RStudio. So to load Swirl, you would need to, towards step 2 here says download these instructions which describe how to install and run the R courses. So what we want to do is to first of all see the instructions, right? So here it says download the intro to R course from the course website. So here is the intro to R course. So here I'll click the download to intro to R course. As you can see here, the zip file is downloading, so we'll wait for it to download. Then step 2 here says install Swirl. So once the download is done, you need to note the location where the zip file is stored. So I can just click on my Windows show in folder just to, so this is it, right? So this is my download. So if I want to see the location, I would right click and click on properties and click on security. So this is actually the location that this is stored on my laptop. So that can be different on your own system too. But that's for that. Let's try to install the Swirl package. So you will not just so to install the Swirl package, you open RStudio, which we already have, or R, but here we're using RStudio. So you type this into your console, right? So you won't just want to copy this, because if you just copy this and put it into your console, you might have an error. Let me show you what I mean. Let me paste this and run it. So you see error, unexpected input in install package. So you see that, so you need to type this like by yourself, which is not difficult for you to type. So you simply just type this and yeah, click enter. So you see this is going to work just as fine. So while we're waiting for package to be installed, we can go back to this to see what next to do, right? So Once we're done with the install, we are going to load the install. So once we are done with the install, we are going to load the install package to our RStudio. And I said earlier that you won't just want to copy this because it's not going to work, right? This is not going to work. So you need to type it individually. So it's still installing. So give it some time. Alright, so the installation is done. Now we'll click library, we'll type library Swirl to load Swirl to our RStudio. So once that is done, you go back to this document here, and you would now want to load this file. So here it says once you download the file and loaded the Swirl library, you will need to run RStudio or R and enter the following into the console. So you want to load the course into your console. So I'll just copy this, but I'm going to change a lot of things here actually. So I'll paste it, and then I'll replace this stuff here with the file paths. So what I downloaded, right? So I'm going to just check here and check. Now there's actually no need to decompress this, so just leave it the way it is in this compressed format. Click on properties if you're using Windows, click on security, and copy this, go back to your RStudio and paste it. Now you would this is actually a backward slash, so you would either want to make it double, so you would either want to use this way to prevent errors, or change it to a forward slash. So yeah, and I'll need to just type this because I copied it from that document directly. Alright, so I'll run this and see what I get. Alright, so this has actually run successfully. So now I would run Swirl and see what I have. So I would put Chuka. Alright, now I would select the course. This is 14.310 Intro to R course. I'll click 1. Yeah, so this is actually the course content. So these are the topics that this course is going to cover. So I'll begin by clicking 1, right? And click enter. So anytime you see this LEC, just click enter and read through this, click enter, read through this, click enter, read through this, and yeah, so you can now begin taking the course, right? So basic building blocks, and you now follow the instructions. So here I'll just type 5 plus 7 and I begin the course. So this is basically how to install R and RStudio and how to load the intro to R course into your RStudio and begin learning right away. So I do hope that you learned a lot from this tutorial and this actually helped you get started. If you have any questions with the installations, or if you have any problems and loading Swirl to your R or RStudio, you could just ask a question in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer the questions as quickly as possible. Thank you very much for your time.